Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to have a quick look at the Soulforge because there is so much going on today, it's absolutely ridiculous. We've got a new kingdom here, I'll be doing that in a minute and looking at that, the Nexus, the elemental kingdom. As well as that, there's all sorts of other stuff going on as well, like in the events. Got the new troop that's out on every Monday, we've got the Kingdom Pass, I'll be looking at this later, a new journey, which is over here, we're looking at that later on too. Yeah, so a lot to take a look at today, but for this video I'm just going to take a real quick look at the Soulforge and then the new elemental kingdom, the Nexus, and we'll get those beginning battles done and have a quick look what's going on in there. Right, so Soulforge, ever so quickly, this is going to be super speedy. So weapons, all these other ones like these are in the Soulforge all the time and they're on my previous videos, so have a look at those. But that's the only new one that's here right now. Deal 36 damage to an enemy boosted by green and elemental allies. No, that's not a lot of cop. Wouldn't bother crafting that. So troops, let's do this super quickly. All these like Scroll Reborn, Leonis Tower, etc. They're in here quite a lot. Xanathos. I'll just look at the mythics quickly. Mithrilian explodes a 3x3 block and gains a bunch of armor and barriers, a random ally for every skull destroyed, so a super defensive troop with some mana generation as well, but nothing special and not worth crafting. Enraged Kurandara is totally not worth crafting. He's huge power cost and he's very end game and just completist, so wouldn't worry about that. The main ones we're looking at here are the Wild Queen, absolutely worth crafting. One of the best, if not the best, mythic in the game when she's in a good mood. She's in a bad mood, she can just set up the opposition all the time, which can happen, so it's always best to cast her when the first or second troop are entangled. So she works in a good team with that, and I'll be showing some teams with her later. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And Tina 9000, also a very, very excellent troop. Totally worth crafting as well. Deals a bunch of true damage to 3 random enemies and gains a load of armor. So really powerful, especially with other troops that do true damage. So out of these ones, the Wild Queen I would say is first choice if you only have enough for one, and Tina is a good second choice. Plague, not very good. Eliminates a certain amount of points of a random skill from all enemies, poisons and diseases them. He's okay, but it's nothing fantastic. And legendary wise, there's nobody special here, so I don't normally recommend crafting legendaries. They pop up in chests all the time, so do it that way. So that is a super quick Soulforge review. Now let's take a look at the Nexus. The new elemental kingdom. This is pretty cool. It's got a special offer here. It says it's a special offer, but don't fall for it. It's not a very good weapon. Removes all brown gems and deals a certain amount of damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. And if the enemy is from Nexus, deal double damage. So it's very situational. The enemy has to be from a certain kingdom to do decent damage, and even then it's not that great. And they want to charge you, in our case, in the UK, £8.99 for that. Don't bother. That's a bit of a waste of money unless you've literally got money to burn, and that'll pop up in the Soulforge or in events in the future anyway, so no need to actually buy it. So ignore that special offer unless you want to. Up to you, but I wouldn't, and I'm not. Right, let's get this quest thing out of the way. I don't bother with all this nonsense story at the beginning. I don't find it particularly interesting, so I'm not going to read all that out and all that sort of stuff. Right, I'm using my multi-team for this, as we can see. This is my multi-team I showed the other day. Really good for a whole ton of different tasks. You can do explore level 1 to 12 with this, the dungeon, the adventure board, the gnome vaults, and more. All with this one team without ever having to change teams, and we'll also whiz through this as well. And it is the Shield of Erskine in first place, Rowan in second place, Leprechaun, and then the Mirage Queen. The Leprechaun starts up fully charged, so we just explode him right from the beginning, which charges up Rowan. You cast Rowan, and the job is done for the vast part of many different events and battles. It's only when you get to the explore level 12s and the harder ones like that where you have to maybe put the Shield of Erskine on her once. Everyone's Rowan level will be different, so you can put Medals of Guard on her as well at the beginning on your medals to give her a boost, which is handy. If you don't have Rowan, you can chuck in Tesla instead. If you have her, she does a very, very similar job. Pretty much just as well. Just going through these as quick as I can. Don't want to hang around reading the weird stories which don't often make any sense. And besides, you are free to do that if you want to anyway when you do this part as well. Let's get it done and see what it takes to power up this kingdom a little bit. I don't even bother getting the 4 matches on this, to be honest, because for the sake of 4 gold, which you get for that 4 match, in time-wise, you actually get more money by just carrying on and getting the rewards. Like 253 gold there for doing that. And if you want to get gold, there's much better ways of getting gold quicker than moving across the board and spending 2 or 3 seconds to basically get 4 gold. If you want to get gold, you set up a greed team and just do low-level explores and get tons of gold much, much quicker. Let's say I didn't give too much details about this team, but there is a more detailed explanation of how it works in my one team for many fights and battles kind of thing, whatever it was called, which I've done a couple of days ago. It was literally the video before this one, so it's kind of felt self-explanatory how this team works. Most of the time for all these low-level-ish games, you're going to be just casting Leprechaun, which charges up Rowan, and then casting Rowan, and it is literally the game done. And you can see how much boost Rowan is going to do by pressing the button there, and as you can see, her boost is plus 170. So you add that to your standard damage, which is 48, so that would be 218. And then if the enemy is less than 218 total, in my case, you'll wipe them out completely. If your Rowan is higher, she'll do more damage, or if your level is higher in the game, sorry. And if you are lower level than me in the game, then you'll be doing a little bit less. But quite often it's still plenty to wipe out these early level opponents. If it's not, then you just put 1 cast of the Shield of Erskaya onto her when that's charged, and her damage will be absolutely massively increased. But now I've got to the stage where I need to cast her twice or put 1 Shield of Erskaya onto her. You could have got around it by just putting some Medals of Guard onto her, because that gives a boost. Now, what's this? We've got a new type of gem again. Wow, we've got so many new types of gems to remember lately. We've had fire gems just recently, wild cards, potions, all sorts going on. Right. This gem can be matched with brown, blue, green or red. So the 4 colours that are there are the ones that it works with. And it gives 1 mana of those 4 colours and destroys diagonal gems. Right. So it's only those colours, and it gives 1 mana of those colours and destroys diagonal gems. Okay. Wow, they're making this game complicated. So much to remember. I'd hate to be a newcomer coming to this game. It'd just be an absolute mind blown kind of situation. There's like so much to remember. So what that basically means is I can match that with blue, and if my thinking on this is correct, I'll do this as an experiment. I will get 1 extra mana for blue there, and yeah, destroy the gems in the corner. Well, that's kind of technical. Become more obvious when you get used to that, I suppose, but it didn't initially seem that intuitive. But same as anything, once you've used it a few times and got used to it, it will be fine. Yeah, this new elemental class is going to be really interesting, because elementals are pretty powerful as it is, but this elemental class, I cannot wait to see what the traits are and things like that. It's going to be very interesting when that comes along. Looking forward to seeing that. Servers are slow today, which is not a surprise. Come on. Nearly there. Not much green and blue going on with this. This may not charge up Rowan straight away. It did, because we got a lucky drop afterwards. So that's cool. Nice and quick. Come on, does literally anybody care about this stuff? It's unreal. I think when I first started seeing them as a really early player, I maybe read the first 2 or 3 pages and then literally thought, oh, what am I doing? This is not for me. I get it, other people may like it, but to show the boost that it gives by putting one shield on Rowan, like her damage has now gone up, look, to boost plus 338, so it does make a big difference. Yeah, this story element, maybe for some people, they may be very funny and amusing. I don't know. I've never bothered to read them all the way through. I could be missing out. Who knows? After all this time, I could have been missing out on tons of amazing hilarity, but I'm not sure I am. I could be. Should we just forever skip all this stuff, just continuously? Because even though you press skip the story part, you still have to skip and then continue, sort of thing. Come on. Or 8 health combined. See, if we put 1 Medal of Guard in here, that would have been enough to finish them off in one go. So, this special thing here, yeah, we've got a bunch of other stuff. Explodey. That's right, it was a bit quiet then because the doorbell went, and just making sure that it got answered. Always a pain when you're doing these videos when suddenly the doorbell goes when you're least expecting it. Right, come on. Can't be many more left. Grab that one just in case we get a little bit more green and blue on the board, which is always handy. Make sure we cast Rowan as early as possible. Wow, this one seems to be taking forever. Is there more stages to this one? This one seems to be taking longer than normal when these things come along. Oh, don't need to do that. Oh, and there's the campaign as well today as well. Blimey. So much to do today. Let's try and get the shield charged up, but it didn't work, so I'll settle for wiping them out anyway. This has got to be it now, come on. Can't be much more. Can't be. Be gone. My father sits on the throne ahead. When you've got to go, you've got to go. Slow down slightly here because of the lack of colour matching luck. Oh, and we got on submerged, so we're going to have to get him with a skull bash or extra damage somehow. Ah, not submerged now. So we can get them with our Rowan spell. Done. Right. And let's take a look at Nexus. Okay, this part is where you can spend your gold and deeds to level up the kingdom and earn rewards, as you have done for probably previous levels. It's no different to anything else. You can just spend gold, getting these up as high as you can. When they're green, that means you're able to do them. Like I can go up to level 13 right now. I've got everything required to do that. But if it's red, like there, then it means you're missing the required components to get it to that level. So I shall do as far as it said I could do, which was to level 13. And now that's fully unlocked all those. You get all those extra benefits that are there on this now new kingdom. And on the power level, you complete these tasks, as it says, to increase the power of your kingdom. Like I say, we've done up to... go all the way up to 30. So that's quite high. So we've done a couple of these, complete all quests. We've done the second one there, upgrade a Nexus troop to level 5. And next we'd have to collect 2 Nexus troops. And you can press the button and it'll go to that straight away and show you all the Nexus troops which are available at the moment. There's not many, but they'll add to that as the game goes on, and you'll open a lot of these in event chests, normal chests, glory chests, and so on. So there it is. That's a quick video for now because it's probably longer than I thought it was going to be already. But that is just the Nexus and a quick look at the Soulforge. I am going to be, hopefully today, if I can fit in the time, going to be having a look at the journey as well. And the Kingdom Pass thing, which is pretty cool. That one there. There's some more things going on with that. I'll just say ever so briefly, like it's getting a real balance now between what to do with your gems. A lot of people are at the stage where they need to save gems to buy the pets when you get the pet event. To get a pet to level 20, because that is one of the slowest grinds in the game. But now we've got this new Kingdom Pass here, and you have to buy levels with gems to do this. So it's a real balancing act now between what you spend your gems on. What do you prioritise? Do you prioritise your pets, or do you spend a load of gems on this and seeing if this is any good or not? But that's in a future video. But thanks for watching this one, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and see you again next time. Bye for now.